there, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Camila Rose, and today we're going to be doing the full moon in Cancer reading for the sign of Scorpio. So, hi Scorpios, how have you been doing? I hope you've been having a wonderful week so far, and let's get into your reading. This sign of Cancer, this is going to hopefully bring some much needed, I think, coolness to this fiery energy that we've been encountering. So you're seeking some stability, perhaps holding on to your resources very tightly. Yes. Okay. You're attempting to find more security and stability within your finances. You're willing to make changes and to go after your passions, to make some new connections in order to make that happen. You're definitely looking at what is it that how you provide value, how you find value, what you feel like you have to offer as value. This is all very you-centered. See, this is looking at your passions. Page of Wands, looking at your passions, maybe a new job opportunity coming in, particularly if you've been taking on some new hobbies or getting really involved in some things that you're passionate about that may be coming up as a new form of revenue for you, and you're finding a way to make money off of that interest. And so then you may be moving towards that and saying like, hey, okay, let me go ahead and go after this and see where this can take me. You may also, though, be just looking at how do I find that stability within myself? How do I ground down in a way so that I don't feel the pressure to have to search and reach out outside of myself? I can create something that is very stable and secure from the resources and from what I'm already good at, what I'm already doing. There may be, I don't know, I don't see anything really bad here around health, but we do know that the pentacles do also represent the physical body. So it may be time for you to just make sure that you have a really nice routine for yourself, that you're taking care of yourself and highlighting your physical health. Make sure you go to the doctor, things like that. Your health benefits may be renewing, so make some appointments for the beginning of the year. Get into the gym, get some movement in, whatever works and is accessible to you. And just make sure you have that going in alignment with the work that you're planning on doing. You may also, though, these may be all peoples, though. You may have a Page of Wands that's coming in, young and fiery, a Queen of Pentacles, someone who is very secure, very maybe interested in the material world, but they are grounded and nurturing and loving. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you might have someone, again, there could be a job offer coming in for you. There's a lot of like movement and money. Maybe an investment that you've made is coming to maturity and is starting to show some return on that investment. So that could be a good move for you. Oh yeah, we've got some money stuff going on. We've got some money stuff going on. Oh, we've got some money stuff going on. My goodness. Yeah, this is like all money. It's either all money or all health, all physical body stuff going on here. So from that, we go from a 4 of Pentacles to a 3 of Pentacles. So you may be wanting that stability, but you may need to seek a mentor. So perhaps a Queen of Pentacles, perhaps a Knight of Pentacles. But you're needing to seek maybe some assistance with that, or you may be stepping there. Perhaps the opportunity that comes in for you is a teaching opportunity. Either way, part of how you get there is you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice about which direction you want to go in. It seems like you have a Page of Wands over here and a Page of Pentacles. So you may have something that you're very passionate about, and you may have something that may pay you a lot of money. And you may need to be juggling these two things and trying to figure out which route to take. Are you the teacher? Are you the student? Perhaps you're juggling between choosing to continue in a position and advance in that position, or go back to school. And one of these is going to take you into a new kind of career route. So whether it is teaching is new for you, or your course of study is going to be new for you, either way, these choices are going to be bringing you into a new form of investment. But you are feeling trapped. Your mind is having a really hard time getting out of this kind of seesaw of which choice it is that you should make. And your mind is very much so wanting to, it wants to move forward. It wants to make a choice. It just doesn't know how to do that. You don't know how to do that. So we're over here and you are just working away. You're working away. We have an Emperor energy that's coming in. I'm going to get the next two and then we'll go into Hermit energy. What's your last one? The Fool in reverse. Okay. All right. So it seems like you take the safer route, honestly, is what this is giving me. I'm sure either way that these would both be a lot of work, hard work that would go into it, whether you're moving into a new position or whether you are becoming, starting a new course of study. It's still going to be hard work. But it seems as if you take the route of, I'm just going to dig in and focus on that. You definitely are looking for something that provides you with that structure and stability. We have those 2 4s, 4 of Pentacles, and this 4, the Emperor. So whichever one is kind of just looking like it's going to give you a much more secure future is the route that you decide to take. Because one of these is a Page of Wands. It's guided more by a Page of Wands. It's a little bit more of a passion project, a little bit more of a passion interest for you. You do move into hermit mode, so you're just focusing on your studies or focusing on this new position. And the Fool is the reason why I anticipate that the choice that you make and where you really move forward will not be the one that's perhaps more exciting, but it's the one that's just like very secure. You know what to expect. You know that it reminds me of taking like something like a government job or something. You'll get benefits. You'll get specific holidays off. That you'll have retirement. That you'll have a certain pay schedule. If it's full time and things like that. That like there'll be structures and systems and things and expectations. This isn't one of those like a contract position or a temporary position, and even if it is, like the expectation is understood. It's not something where you'll probably be needing to create a whole bunch of new stuff or anything like that. There's no Empress here. There's no, there's not a lot of wands here at all. And in fact, we have the opposite of that, taking a leap of faith and having to do, trust yourself in this process. You're like, no, none of that. We'll just do the Emperor thing. Stable, secure, safe, so it seems like you're kind of battening down the hatches to ensure your financial future, your financial stability. Oof. I don't know if that was the best choice to make. I'll be really honest with you. I'll be real honest with you. I don't know if that was the best choice for you to make. We get a 3 of Swords here, clarified by the Magician, the 4 of Wands, and the Tower. Yeah, I think that when you are looking at this decision, this obstacle, this choice between what path you decide to take when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your financial future, that the logical route seems like the best choice to take because it is logical. The one that there's no surprises with seemed like the best choice to make. But at the very, very beginning of your reading, you have a Page of Wands. That Page of Wands is what gave me the indication that there was something that you were passionate about. There's something that you were interested in. There's something that made you excited to go and work on this project, to go read about this, to go study this, to go spend time with these people. You were excited about it. And that kind of got clamped down by your need to have this stability, this financial security. And it kind of got pushed to the back. And it just became this juggling act between, okay, do I become the student or do I become the teacher? where do I go? And it was like, okay, we're just going to take the route that is going to just, this just gives me a feeling of working for like 20, 30, 40 years and just being in your position and moving through. And yes, perhaps it'll be a little isolating. The hermit mode gives me less of you needing to like take time away from social activities and more of when you spend so much time in a position, sometimes it's like you don't even look outside of that. Like you just get this like, I don't think it's bird eye, but it's just like you can't see beyond it. So you become like this hermit. You hermit up inside this position. And this can also be the path that people take to become an expert in a role. But it seems like here we lost that fire. We had like a little hint at the very beginning of this fire energy. And it seems like we lost that fire. We let that fire go in order to find this stability. And we get this either heartbreak or lessons that we've needed to learn from the things that don't work out, from the sorrows. We get the Magician. So you recognizing, I believe that what ends up happening, because we get all this fire energy kind of at the end with the Magician and the Four of Wands, is that perhaps you need a little bit more balance. You need something that's for you and not working for somebody else, not working in the system, not hiding yourself away. You need something that's more for you, that looks at your talents, that looks at your skills, that looks at your expertise. And as you come back to this space, as you don't take the leap of faith, you move into this position, you don't take the leap of faith, you take a more slower approach to things. And it leads you to where you feel a little heartbroken, perhaps just a little sad, maybe at the loss of this dream or the loss of this fire, but that fire doesn't go away. It in fact builds up a little within you. And as you experience this perhaps sadness around making this choice to just buckle down into this and not take that leap of faith, you get a little bit more back in touch with that inner fire. And the stability does bring you a little bit more joy and happiness, and perhaps the resources, the Magician, resources are all within you. Resources are available to you to have celebration, to have time with your loved ones, to create a more stable life and foundation for yourself. But there's a Tower moment coming, a realization coming. And let's just get one more card for the Tower moment. Okay. Queen of Swords. Perhaps you need to speak up a little bit. You've been so just like grinding away. Yeah. I think that they're, oh my goodness, I don't know. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. There may be an attachment that you have to this idea that in order for you to be successful, it has to look a certain way. That's Emperor energy. You have to give up on some of your hopes and dreams. You have to not take that risk. You have to take this more, Capricorn approach to things and just buckle down and work and find you something that you can rely upon and be stable, and that's what's going to bring you this joy and happiness. And although you do experience that, you find that you've lost some of this. There's a realization that there's a Queen of Swords. This is either you or another person. So this is going to be someone who is a little cold, who is able to set really great firm boundaries, who is very logical and very smart, very intellectual. And they take time for themselves to really focus on their mental health and mental well-being, and to bring peace and harmony to their life and to others. But most of all, to themselves. And perhaps one of the ways that they have found that's best to bring themselves peace and harmony is to be able to draw that line in the sand, to be able to raise that sword and bring it down when they need to find justice and balance. And so this is a revelation that either this is you, or you need to be more like this, or someone comes into your life and they bring along a revelation with you about some perhaps untrustworthiness, some dishonesty that's been going on, and how that has kept you and pushed you towards this path. Perhaps you were lying to yourself. Perhaps you were lying to yourself and telling yourself that this was the way for you to move forward, to get what you want, to find that stability. And you bought into it, even though at the very beginning you had that Page of Wands and you gave up kind of that fire, that energy at the end. But there's a revelation coming around about where there has been a breakdown in trust and in truth and honesty. And, Queen of Swords, they can sniff that out, when people are not showing up fully as who they should be and who they are. Their words don't match what they actually think. They're, I think of, what is that called? Politically correct, In their head, they may be thinking horrible things about people, but what's coming out of their mouth is a totally different story in order to kind of keep this facade of who they are. And you're recognizing there's a truth that comes out that makes you recognize this unhealthy attachment that you created. And it's an unhealthy attachment to this idea of what it means to be safe and secure financially when you lose out on your heart. You lose out on that connection to your heart, to your passions. And you find some of that, you get that stability with some of the joy, but there may be a moment that comes in that makes you recognize that it could have been more without the sacrifice, Capricorn energy. But it also could be saying that the revelation is that, if you hadn't kind of taken this logical route and maybe sucked it up and dealt with these people that perhaps you didn't like and, just finally said, we go from an 8 to a 7. We go from being trapped in our mind to trying to be really clever and trying to steal the swords from the enemy in order to give ourselves a chance, and that just puts you in a position where now, you've got the security, but you have this attachment to this workplace or industry or school or something that's keeping you kind of stuck in this space, and you're a little sad because you're stuck in this space, but it is, maybe giving you some of the tools that you need and bringing you some of that happiness and joy in your life. So there's a couple of different ways to read through this. I'll be really honest with you. I would suggest trying to hold on to that fire a little bit. I don't know what that means and what that looks like for you, but don't give up that fire. You don't have to sacrifice your heart in order to find happiness and joy. And I think the revelation that you're going to have if you take this route here and don't take that leap of faith is that you could have had it all. You could have done it both. It didn't have to be a choice like that. So that's just my 2 cents though. Do what you want, Scorpios. I support you. All right, that's going to be it for your full moon in Cancer reading. This is going to be the last of the 2023 readings. Our next readings will be the January 2024 general readings. Your 2024 full year readings are already up, and the winter solstice readings are already up for the 6 signs. 2024 readings are up for every sign, so you can check out every one of your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, all signs, Lilith, they're all there. So you can go check those out for 2024 readings. For the winter solstice, it's just the 6 that I cover now on this channel. And yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, you want a private reading so we can dig into maybe what might be a better path for you to take that brings you a little bit more balance into your life, just go click down on the link in the description. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all later. Bye.